Hello everyone, I'm Natalie and welcome to my Parts of Speech Media project. So I'm going to be focusing on pronouns and more specifically in 7th grade so that they have a basic knowledge of nouns and pronouns, but now we're just going to dive in a little bit deeper. So a pronoun is a word that can be substituted for other nouns. So basically, pronouns are words that can be used in place of specific names of people, places, objects, and other things. So why should we use pronouns? We're going to watch a little short video about the importance of pronouns and why we should use them.
Day. Let me show you why we need pronouns and how they can affect your writing. Let's say a student's writing a paragraph about her cat Stripes. So she begins, I have a cat named Stripes. Stripes is tan with brown stripes. Stripes likes to eat pretty kitty cat food in a bowl. Stripes loves to play with a green yarn ball. At night, Stripes snuggles up in bed. This paragraph does a good job telling about Stripes, but do you hear something that doesn't sound quite right? In this paragraph, the student used the name Stripes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. There has to be a better way to write without overusing the same noun or proper noun as our subject. There is, da-da-da-da! Here comes the pronoun he to save the day. Since Stripes is a boy, we can use the pronoun he to replace Stripes in some of the places in our paragraph. Stripes is our subject, and we want our reader to understand who we are talking about, so we will leave the name Stripes in our first sentence. But we can replace Stripes with he in our other sentences to make our writing sound less choppy and more fluent. I have a cat named Stripes. He is tan with brown stripes. He likes to eat pretty kitty cat food in a bowl. He loves to play with a green yarn ball. At night, he snuggles up in bed. Hey, that sounds so much better. I'm glad I could help.
So I hope you all have a little bit more understanding about why pronouns are so important. So you don't want to keep using the same words over and over and over again. It becomes repetitive and it doesn't sound very fluid when you write. So there are a couple different types of pronouns, 8 to be exact. So we're going to get to know a little bit more about personal pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, relative pronouns, indefinite pronouns, flexive and intensive pronouns, and reciprocal pronouns. So to begin, personal pronouns are used for a specific person or object. So the picture over here shows you a couple examples of personal pronouns. There are I, you, he, we, and they. So an example of using a personal pronoun would be, Natalie has to go to school. To use the personal pronoun correctly in replace of the proper noun Natalie, I would say, I have to go to school. The next kind of pronoun are demonstrative pronouns. These are used to refer to a specific noun. So in this example, we are going to refer to these apples. So singularly, this is an apple, or that is an apple. Plurally, these are apples, or those are apples. The next kind of pronoun are interrogative pronouns. These are used to ask about a person or object. So there are who, what, why, which, when, how, and where. So who refers to people or a person. What refers to a specific thing, person, or object. Why refers to what reason or purpose does the noun have? Which refers to the alternatives of the nouns. When refers to a time, moment, or date in which refers to the noun. How refers to what way or in what manner does the noun take place. And where refers to the position or place the noun is. So an example of this would be who is learning about pronouns. So that would be you guys. Which students like writing? I hope everyone does. So the next pronoun are relative pronouns. These are words that are used to join or relate a phrase to a noun. So similarly to the previous pronouns, there are who, where, and when. These ones have different meanings to it though. So who is still referred to people. An example of this would be, the man who works at the post office is very kind. Which refers to animals or objects that is being used. So an example of that would be, Tina has a bunch of flowers which his friend bought. Whose is an example that refers to possession. An example of this would be, whose is that dictionary? That refers to people or animals, and that can also replace who or which. An example of this would be, the blue jacket that she is putting on belongs to her friend. Where refers to the place. The hotel where we slept was excellent would be a good example of using where. And when refers to time. An example of that would be, that was the day when my sister was born. So relative pronouns normally are used to describe the noun. The next set of pronouns do not refer to any specific person, amount, or thing. So there are 4 main pronouns when we refer to indefinite pronouns. So there are everyone, everybody, everything, and everywhere. Examples of these pronouns used in sentences are, everyone needs friends. Everybody needs someone to love. Everything about you is amazing. And I have been everywhere. So you notice that all of these pronouns are not specific as to, I have been to Paris and New York and like all these specific cities. Everyone does not refer to Natalie and Sarah and Sabrina, and it's very not specific. So the next set of pronouns are reflexive and intensive pronouns. So intensive pronouns add emphasis to the subject. Normally you use them with I, myself, or she, herself, or he, himself. So an example of the intensive pronouns would be, I myself like math over writing. The reflexive pronouns revert to the subject. So normally you use it with myself, herself, or himself. So an example of a reflexive pronoun use would be, I bought myself a car. So I'm referring back to myself in this sentence with the reflexive pronoun, and with the intensive pronoun, I am emphasizing that I like math over writing. The last kind of pronoun are the reciprocal pronouns. So these are used when 2 or more nouns are doing or being the same thing. So an example of reciprocal pronouns would be, the boys are fighting one another. So all 3 boys in this picture are doing the same thing, fighting. So you can use the phrase one another. In this example, Tina and Mary are talking to each other. Both Tina and Mary are talking, so you can use the phrase each other. So now we're going to practice a little bit to test your understanding of the different types of pronouns. So the first one is I love ice cream in the summer. I'm going to give you guys a second to think about the answer, and then I will tell you it after. So go ahead and think. Okay, so the answer to the first one is personal, because I would replace Natalie loves ice cream in the summer. So I is the personal pronoun. The second one is who ate all of the Rocky Road ice cream? I'll give you a second again. Okay, so I hope you guys all got interrogative pronouns. So who is asking which person ate all of the Rocky Road ice cream? The third question is, that is my favorite flavor of ice cream. So the type of pronoun being used here is demonstrative. So I'm demonstrating that that is my favorite flavor of ice cream, whichever flavor that is. Okay? So the fourth one is the little park is where my family goes to eat ice cream. Okay. So in this sentence, where is the relative pronoun. So we're relating the little park to where the family eats ice cream. The fifth one is I myself love cookies and cream ice cream. So the pronoun here that is being used is intensive because I am emphasizing that I love cookies and cream ice cream. The sixth one is everyone in my family loves ice cream. What is the pronoun being used in this sentence? Okay, so the pronoun in this sentence, everyone, is a indefinite pronoun because we are not being super specific at who loves ice cream. The seventh one is the kids fight with each other over the last scoop of chocolate ice cream. So in this sentence, each other are reciprocal pronouns that showcases that the kids are all fighting together for the last scoop of chocolate ice cream. The last one is she bought herself the biggest banana split sundae possible. So this one is a reflexive pronoun because she's referring back to herself buying herself the banana split sundae. So that is the end of my presentation. I hope you all learned a little bit more about the specific types of pronouns and how to properly use them. I also hope that you carry on and use this information throughout the rest of your writing career, whether that's in education or your job. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.